All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Can we reduce the music, please? Can we pause the music? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's milestone ceremony. It's a wonderful time to be here. It's I'm so excited, right? To know that we have every one of us here. this evening. It's been a long journey. Um, from the beginning to now, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. Wow, that's a whole lot. And in that 4 weeks, we've unpacked so much. We've unpacked so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. I can see more people are joining us. I see that more people are joining us. All right. Okay. I'm trying to see. Okay, I can see the chat button already. So I want us to use the chat. I want us to use the chat. How are you feeling about tonight? How are you feeling about tonight? In just one word, tell me how you're feeling about tonight. Today is a special night for us. So in one word, tell me how you're feeling about tonight. How are you feeling about tonight? I'm expecting our chat. I'm waiting for our chat. I'm waiting for our chat. I hope to. Oh, okay. I started to see them coming. Okay, someone says that. Oh, Shoma says she's feeling elevated. Mr. Ayoshola says she's feeling awesome. Miss Uche says she's feeling excited. Miss Dana says she's feeling excited. Miss Hope says she's feeling anxious. Oh, please just take some water, right? Sit back, sit on a chair that has that is that has cushion so that you can have yourself well rested. Don't worry, don't feel anxious. Don't feel anxious. It's not something serious. It's something you should be excited about. Um, oh, someone says I'm feeling on top of the world, expectant, delighted. I'm so excited about this day and the journey so far. Great. I am good. I feel elevated. I feel excited. I can't wait for the party to start. Yes, right. Super duper excited, elated, excited, expectant. Oh my God, excited, 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 excited. Superb. I am delighted, fulfilled. I think I like that word a lot. Fulfilled. Wow, that's a big word. That's a big word. Personally, I think I feel fulfilled that we've actually been on this journey till now. I feel so much fulfilled. Yes. So someone says I'm excited. Awesome. I feel like I like my feeling this night. I love it for you. I love it for you. Feeling good, great, satisfied. Hope rice and still very plenty with enough meat. Yes, so but this time around you have to serve it in your own house. You need to use your rice, your stew, your pepper, your oil, your own meat at this time. Just set it in front of you and relax, right? So this person says that to say I actually wore a beautiful lace. Says that, oh my goodness. I would love to see the picture. I would love to see your video turn on. I would love to see your dress. I would love to see how beautiful that is. Someone says, I feel excited. Great. Wow, this is wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. I love the comment. I love the comment. And I want to just go and see people's faces. I can see some of us. I can see our faces. Mr. Jethro, I can see your face. Hi. Hi, Mrs. Christiana. I can see your face. Miss Hope, I can see your face. Hello, Miss Rosemary. I can see a lot of people. I can see a lot of people. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mama Mary, Rosaline. I can see your face. Some people are okay, okay. Oh wow, this is so great. This is so great. This is so great. This is so great. Thank you so much for coming. I'm still waiting for those of us that are just joining us. Tell me how you're feeling tonight. How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling tonight? It's been a great time joining with everyone here. It's been a great time answering questions, listening to your feedback concerning the courses. Oh my goodness. And I love every bit of those feedbacks. I love the feedback. When I read the feedback, I'm like, wow, African is not ready for what we have in stock for them. Yes, the education system is not ready for the set of teachers and educators that we are launching into the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We have to 52 people here on the call. Okay, 53 now. We should be more than this, 54 now. Let's keep it coming. If you are just joining us, let's hear from you. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How many of us knows this song? I feel good. Ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. So that's what I'm feeling tonight. I feel so good. 55 of us. Okay, we can do better. We can do better. Let's go to the chat. Let's go on WhatsApp and tell people we are. Let's go on WhatsApp and tell people we are live. We are live. Okay, so I'm also going to be I'll just go on YouTube and get responses from our YouTube channel. We have people joining us from YouTube. Okay, we have people joining. Oh my goodness. Someone is using Ifini's X X6532. Can you change your name? I really need to call your name out. You're looking so good. I love your attire. I love your attire. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Miss Jamila, too, you're looking great. You're looking great. Hi, hello. You're looking great. Hello, I'm having a lot of feedback from YouTube. Someone is saying they are ready for tonight. Another person says they feel so grateful. They feel excited. The night is awesome and welcome like jollof rice. All right, so please, anybody looking forward to food, just kindly make sure that you have the food from your house and put it in front of you. Get your own rice, your meat, everything in front of you. All right. So Dr. Kashi is here on the call now, and I will just give the floor to her. Thank you. Hi, team, please, can you help us spotlight her so that she can just be the only one on the screen on YouTube instead of everyone being on the screen? Thank you.
Yes, take this off.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Good evening. I think there's an echo somewhere. So can we mute all our mics? Okay. Okay. Good evening. I hope we've had a good day. Today is not good evening. Yeah. So I'm happy to see faces. I'm actually looking at your faces, and it's good to start putting a face to the names. So thank you. Thank you. It's been lovely joining with you 4 weeks, past 4 weeks, 5 weeks now. If anyone's mic is muted, unmuted, please can you mute? That would help us so that we get straight into things. So I'm happy to see faces. I wish I can see more faces. All those that are always asking me, Dr. Kachi, what will you do? Now I want to see you. Uche, good to see you. Chloe, I think you're the person making me very happy this evening. I'm so happy to see your face. Patience, good evening. Good evening. Lillian, Melvina, Mercy, Christina. Like, I'm so happy to see so many faces. Jethro, Rose. I think this is Rose, not just Rose, right? This is Rose on the platform. Rosemary is also Rose. Yes, yes, good to see you. Okay, we're going to get straight into it. I'm not teaching this night, but I think someone's mic is muted, so I'm getting this feedback, and we need to take it off. So IT, can you just help me? And the reason that we're on Zoom is so that we could make a physical connection, physical in quotes, okay? Because this whole thing is about you, has nothing to do with me. It's completely about you. So we're not teaching tonight. We're just going to get straight into what we're here to do. And we've been deep in work the past 4 weeks. So a few things I'm going to say to you. First things first, I want you to stop whatever else you're doing tonight. If you're eating, you're drinking, just put it to one side. Okay? You're watching TV and listening to this. Turn off the TV if you can. You're making calls and you're on Zoom. get off the call because this is more serious than you think. Okay? I want your attention, your full attention. Because what we're doing here is not something I want you to be distracted for. It's serious. It's a solemn call. So you hear ceremony, and I'm thinking maybe some people are thinking it's Owambe. It's not Owambe. We're not doing any Owambe here. It's serious work. Just turn off my phone because I don't want the distraction as well. It's serious work. Sister Mary Rosanna, good to see you. Miss Chichi, I can see you finally. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank
Good
you.
to see you. Okay, so we're not just a WhatsApp group. Perhaps you've been thinking that we're just on WhatsApp, chatting there, going through questions that we have. No, we're not just a WhatsApp group. There's something I want you to know about tonight, and I want you to experience that shift. This is an institution. We're gathered not just as staffs cohort 1 or community 1 or group 1. No, no, no. We're gathered here as an institution. We're not gathered as a group. And this is the first ceremony of the Teacher Architect Finishing School. You can see I dressed up. So when I told you to dress up, where you are, but I meant it. I dressed up because of this thing. So before we do anything else, take some time to just register your presence. Because if we were in a physical building, if we were in a physical room, we would call out your names and everybody will file one by one. I want you to get the honor and the respect that you have always deserved. So take some time and just type your full name in the chat. And I'm not telling you to greet anybody. Don't greet. Don't put any emojis. Type your full name. Show that you're present in the room. Show that you're present in the room. So type your full name. Type your full name in the chat. If we were in a physical meeting, everybody will be called out one after the other. So type your full name. Beloved, I'm happy to see you. Are you lying down? Wake up from your slumber. Blessing, good to see you. Type your full name in the chat. Register that you're here. I don't know if IT team has the time or if we have this, but we have a lot of testimonials and a lot of feedback that came in the last couple of hours. And there were a lot of things, mind-shifting things. People sharing what happened with real students, people sharing what they did in their classrooms, people talking about the transformation. I think for me, that's the most important one, the transformation that you're experiencing and you've experienced so far. So IT, do we have that? If we don't, we can just go on with this. If we have any of the testimonial videos, just put it up. If not, we can just go on with this. Let me know. Do we have any of the testimonial videos?
Yes, just 2 minutes. I need to be up.
Okay. So take some time to just type your name. And why am I saying this? Why am I even asking for the testimonials to be played, some of the testimonials? Because every institution that takes itself seriously must keep records. And it's the same thing I'm saying to you. Your teacher architect profile, your dossiers, records. If you take yourself seriously, you must keep records. Some people think that the only records they need to keep is how much they spend every month. There are very, very serious things that you should keep records of. So that's what we're doing in this meeting tonight. So I'm going to say a few things to you while we wait for IT to come up. When you enrolled, we had no student. So I think this cohort will always be very, very dear to my heart. We had no students. There was no proof of anything. Maybe you just saw an ad, maybe you just saw a video, maybe you heard about TTT, maybe you attended an event that we had organized. There was no, we had no proof. We had no students, we had no graduates. But you showed up every week for 4 weeks. You showed up every day. People were showing up every day. I can see some people don't even have lights, but even with the no light situation, you showed up. Sometimes your connection was unstable, you showed up. Some days you had exhausting school days, you showed up. Some days, I don't know, maybe you would have received some bad books from parents, you showed up. And one of the things that I want to let you know is that throughout this process, you've been becoming. You're becoming something different, whether you like it or not. So there are a few things that you may have learned on a Tuesday or learned on a Wednesday, and you were quick to try it. Quick to try it in your classrooms, quick to try it in your churches, quick to try it with the children that you teach, even your children. So those things mean a lot. And not just that you were trying, you came back to tell us what you were trying. You came back to tell us the truth about what had happened to you. So I'm so proud of the work that you have put in. But let me show you a few things, or let me tell you, not show you because I'm not sharing any slides this evening. There are a few things that caught my attention. I have my notes here. So some of the feedback that came in, I would like document them just to remember that I'll talk about them. We had a teacher in Rivers State in a public school, and she taught her students about a forced marriage. They designed a lesson. Forgive me if I paraphrase it. But one of the things she said is that there were students in her classroom, and she redesigned her history lesson using the story of a forced marriage. For me, I was like, just see how bright, how intelligent we have you. You people are so intelligent. You didn't limit yourself. Now, what happened after that was that the students followed her to her staff room, asking her questions. Another teacher volunteering at church, no salary. She didn't have an official classroom, and she used jollof rice to explain sequences and series. Again, that for me was mind-blowing. One of the things that reinforced is that your understanding moved from student to student. That was one of the things she said, that the understanding that she was passing in that classroom moved from students to students without her saying anything twice. Another teacher in Ali Mosho, she said she used the names of the streets to actually teach her students as well. I don't know if you saw those feedback I'm just saying the ones from the group that caught my attention, some of them. And what happened? Her classroom came alive. And then someone else said something, and I've carried that with me for the past few days. She said that her fears caved in. In her exact words, my fears have caved in. Do you know what that means? She didn't say my grades improved. She didn't say my classroom changed. She said my fears have caved in. I want you to think of the impact of those words and what it means for someone's fear to cave in. Now, why am I talking about this? Many of you have been carrying fear for years. You've been carrying educational fear for years. Perhaps you've carried the fear that you're not enough. Perhaps you've carried the fear that you can't do more than you're doing in your classrooms. Perhaps you even carry the fear that you could never become more, or that the world has moved ahead without you. Some of you have carried the fear that excellence exists elsewhere, outside of the African continent. And somehow, in these 4 weeks, something has started collapsing. That fear has started collapsing. There's a restoration of dignity, a restoration of who you are, the sense of who you are, a restoration of, like, your minds have been blown. Do you know what happens to an awakened mind? Your minds have, you know that there's nothing you cannot figure out anymore. Those fears have been collapsing. And apart from the feedback that we've gotten, or you've provided us in the last 4 or 5 weeks now, in the last few hours, just before this call, I took some time to start going through some of the feedback that came in, and we had over 101 feedback. Some of you submitted 112 testimonials were submitted in the last few hours of what has happened to you in the first 4 weeks. 112. And we're going to read some of them, or, as we go along. I'll wait for IT to also play some of the feedback we've gotten. I just want you, sometimes when you're in a group, it's easy to bypass these things. It's easy to also belittle these things. But each testimonial that has come in, each feedback, whether you like it or not, if you have intentionally taken the time to read them, it has done something to you. It has also made you think, how can I try based on what this person has said or done? And so for everyone who took the time to share feedback, share testimonies, thank you. Thank you for sharing those things. What you have done is that you've also reinforced the peer learning practice. You've reinforced that. So thank you. I will stop here for now, and then I'm going to ask IT team if they are ready for us, just for a few minutes. And I want you to look intently at the screen as they play this. Just look intently and listen, and we'll go from there. Today is not a long night. We're going to really try to keep things under 75 minutes, even though we started about 10 minutes late or 12 minutes late. Okay, IT, are we ready?
And now, let's hear the testimonies from TAFS, Cohort 1.
Hi, I am Afalabi Princess. The Teacher Architect Finishing School had been a platform that has provided me with answers to many questions I have had about my career in education. It has given names to practices and concepts that I had unknowingly used throughout my journey as an educator. It has brought clarity, and I am now able to clearly define my identity and role as a global educator. It is such a wonderful privilege to be among the first cohort of this great revolution in African education. Let's hear from Dr. and Mrs. Melvina A.N. This is the best investment I have made on my teaching profession so far. I know better how to relate and impact on my student. I am thrilled with what I learn each day. I hope to become a great educator and a brand ambassador of Teacher Architect Finishing School at the end of the program. Special thanks to Dr. Kechi and her team. Let's hear from Azubuki Chituru. In all honesty, I'm glad I joined TAFS Cohort 1. I'm learning, relearning, and unlearns lots of things. I'll definitely put them into practice once the next session starts. Finally, teaching is made easier if you know the right methods to use. Thanks to my professor, Dr. Kachi Jumbo, and her team. God bless the day he placed this burden, TAFS, in your heart. I pray that as we, Cohort 1, keep testifying and implementing what we have learned, everyone that needs this training will respond positively. Amen. Let's hear from Omole Maureen Chioma. I have learned so much, and it was an eye-opening to always ensure that effective learning is achieved and related to everyday life. Let's hear from Afalabi Eunice Olenike. My experience at Teacher Architect Finishing School has been life-changing. It shifted my mindset completely from being an ordinary teacher to becoming a global education. I am unlearning old ways and embracing a new, powerful approach to teaching that truly impacts learners. It is a full package every serious teacher and school owner needs in today's education system. Thank you so much, Dr. Kachi, and the entire team for this transformation. Let's hear from Ruth I. Kingsley. The Teacher's Architect Finishing School is indeed a finisher, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. It sure has added another layer of structure to the African educational edifice, and I am pumped to be a witness and a part of the first cohort of teacher architects. Let's hear from Omalola Cole. Yes, my participation at TAFS brought about a deeper perspective to what I already know while awakening and challenging me as a person to be more intentional in my work with the little ones in particular and children around me in general. Let's hear from Hope Johanna. This school has transformed me. My students too are getting transformation on a daily basis as I apply what I have learned in this school. Let's hear from Evelyn Francis. First and foremost, I want to use this opportunity to thank the Almighty God for the massive transformation and insightful impact, and to explore the knowledge and the experience I gained in this 4 weeks of architect finishing school. I also want to thank Dr. Keiichi and TTT team member for their magnanimity to put up these great professional course. This is divine arrangement by God. For me, it has really shifted my perspective and perception, and also how I see my classroom has completely changed. In fact, if you are a teacher, this is the right place. Teacher Architect Finishing School. Let's hear from Taiwo Temitope. Janet, the finishing class transformed me a lot, helping me make use one of the teaching methods, storytelling, which makes my learners more active in critical thinking and had made learning fun and imparting for both I, the educator, and the learners. They are always looking forward to my next class each day. All thanks to Dr. Keiichi and the finishing team. Let's hear from Lillian Idongasit Maji. TAFS has been an exciting journey. Learning has been curated into active assimilation and knowledge. Every step has been knitted interwovenly to ignite actions that breed result. Let's hear from Busola Oyinloye Samuel. The Architect Finishing School has empowered me as a proud African educator to embrace the future with confidence, not fear. Technology is no longer a threat, but a tool that enables me to grow into a truly global teacher, grounded in African values while connected to the global world. The concept of Ubuntu has strengthened my collaborative spirit, critical thinking, and creativity, especially in my creative writing lessons. My well-being lessons have also taken a transformative turn through the power of storytelling, creating deeper connections and meaningful learning experiences for my students. Let's hear from Enahoro O. Dorcas. This program has opened my eyes to see that some of the principles I carry out in teaching should not be taken lightly. It helped me refine them and started using them more intentionally. The storytelling, group work/interpersonal dependence, using cultural context, and not shying away from it. I have always known of and imputed the 4 C's in my lesson planning as skills I was teaching. Let's just say I better understand them now and can now intentionally input them through activities and teaching. Thank you for sharing your knowledge in such standards. Let's hear from Ebony Monday-Ona.
I hail from Abia State, Nigeria. I am super duper excited to be among the Teacher Architect Finishing School. The school is a transformer, second to none.
From us at Train the Trainer, we say thank you.
Thank you. We didn't share everyone because if we did, we're going to be here for ages. So we had to just pause. Chinyere, I can see you. Mr. Razak Lukman, beloved, beloved, rise up from that bed, beloved. Beloved. I think one of the ones that caught my eyes again was Chloe. I can never forget Chloe. I can't forget Chloe Lawson. She was like from my elementary school days to university. I now feel they feel like a jamboree compared to the transformational knowledge I've encountered here. And I remember Chloe very well because she started late for some reasons. And when I saw that this thing after her first lesson, I was like, yes, this is what we want to see. Another person said, I've never been so proud of being called a teacher as I am now. Never forget you're in the profession that makes all other professions. Now, the last one I will share before we go into things is this person paraphrased it using the Bible, and she said, therefore, if any teacher be in tafts, he is a new teacher. Old designs are passed away. behold, all things are become new. That's the record of cohort 1. You guys have done amazing. So the next thing we're going to do is go straight into the award segment. See, one of the things that happens is whenever you find yourself in a group, a serious group, it's not just chatting group, you're here to learn. One of the things I want to say to you is that people are watching. People are watching how you communicate, how you come across. People are watching. My children saw me dressing up this night. Mom, where are you going to? I'm like, I'm going to the office. Like this night, I'm like, yes, because it's that serious. It's that serious. People are watching the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you chat. People are watching, and we were watching these 5 weeks. Okay, so we're going to formally recognize some of our educators who gave a voice and defined what this cohort became. So I will hand over to IT again. Can we start with the Disruptor Award? If that is, I don't know how it's arranged, but can we have the first award?
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished educators, the first award for this evening is the Disruptor Award. And this is for the most transformative classroom application. In a public secondary school in Rivers State, with over 100 students in a single classroom, this educator made a decision. She did not begin her lesson with a definition. She rather began with a story. The story of a forced marriage. And she asked her students what it meant to be joined to something you did not choose. By the time she introduced the amalgamation of Nigeria, her students already understood it. They understood it not as a historical fact, but as a human experience. That lesson did not end when the bell rang. Her students followed her to the staff room. They talked, they questioned, they thought, they sat with her till past 2 o'clock that afternoon. In a public school in Nigeria, after a 40-minute lesson, this is what the Teacher Architect Finishing School was built to produce. Not just better lessons, but reasons to stay in the room. For demonstrating that the most powerful classroom on this continent is not the one with the best resources, but the one with the most intentional educator. The Disruptor Award for Cohort 1 of the Teacher Architect Finishing School Award Ceremony is awarded to beloved Chinyere Amadi.
Wow, I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. Oh, thank you, Dr. Pat. I love you all.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, beloved. So we're going to be sending,
Congratulations.
with the permission of our program manager,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
and
Congratulations.
Okay, can we all mute now? And all members of TTT, you get a separate certificate for this. Okay. Okay, can we have the next one, which is I think is the multiplier award. Again, IT, I'm not sure how you organized it or arranged it, but yeah, can we have the next one play?
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Multiplier Award. This educator did not stop at his own classroom. He took what he learned inside the school and walked it into a staff training session with his colleagues. He taught the neuroscience, the amygdala. He also taught what happens to a brain in a classroom that does not feel safe. And in that room, something happened that no curriculum can plan for. A fellow teacher recognized herself. She recalls the day her mother was critically ill. The day her distressed mind could not read the words on the page. The day her teacher looked at her and saw failure instead of fear. And through the language she had just been given by this educator, she finally understood what happened to her. It was not a moment of instruction. It was a moment of liberation. That is second order impact. One educator trained by this school healing another. For multiplying the mission beyond himself and producing transformation in a colleague who did not even know she needed it. The Multiplier Award for Cohort 1 is hereby awarded to Mr. Ayoshola David Ogunojo.
Thank you so much.
David, you want to speak? You want to speak to us for just one second, if you want to speak to us, if you're
Oh,
able.
it's a great privilege. I know my Ayoshola kind of, but I really want to say a very big thank you to the school. And I must say that I've really been working on this particular neuro plasticity thing because I see it all over, everywhere, especially in the area that I am, the community that I am. I see how children are yelled at. I see how they are caned. I see how they are screamed at. It's so unfortunate. But with all of this, I've gone ahead, even with our parents too. We've talked about it, we've discussed it, so that the children can grow normally and they will not go under threats and all, but to have a very conducive atmosphere and grow normally. I want to thank the school for the privilege, for the training. It's a life transformation, I must say. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Beloved, we
Congratulations.
didn't
Keep
give you
it
your
up.
Thank you so much.
Keep the spirits up.
Congratulations, Mr. Ayo.
beloved, we didn't give you 1 minute to speak, so can you please, accept your award quickly? Sorry, I just moved on to the next thing.
Okay, good evening, good evening, everyone. Sorry, where I am is a bit noisy. I'm in a burial, actually, just finished. So I want to thank TTT team. I just finished a program from University of Buckingham, and it's not close to what it gave to me. Like, it's not close. My classroom, my school has transformed. I'm now a new teacher and I'm now a new educator. Like the way I see myself, the way I deliver my lessons, the way these students come to me. Sometimes I'm scared to go to school to teach because after school, there is always after class, after the class. They will follow me to the staff room, and it's amazing. It's amazing. CTT team, thank you very much. Dr. Kachi, thank you very much. I'm so honored to be among the first cohort of this school. And in fact, the experience is priceless. My lessons are seamless. I the JS3, JS1 students I teach, they are wait before it's my time, they come to call me. They wait for me because they know they're expecting stories. They know they're expecting Ubuntu. The last one I did, I sat them in a circle and I stayed in their midst. After delivering the story, I gave them their task. Come and see them. The JS1, they molded terracotta head. You can see the collaboration in them. In fact, it's not what I can express. Seriously. Thank you, Dr. Kachi. More grace, more grace. Thank you, the TTP team. I love you all. Bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's these two people really remind us what properly finished educators look like. That they don't just stop at their classrooms, they also multiply. So thank you and congratulations. That's the work we're doing here. Okay, IT team, what's the next one? Can we have that one?
Distinguished teachers, the Voice Award for the most consistent and generative community presence. From the very first week of this cohort, there was a voice in this community that showed up differently. This voice did not just show up to receive, but to think, to interrogate, to connect one week's lesson to the next, to push back with intelligence, to encourage with specificity, to admit what she did not yet know and ask for help finding it. Week after week, across every module, this educator wrote not summaries, but reflections, not reactions, but analysis. She named what shifted. She named what did not yet shift. She named the tension between what she now knew and what the system around her still demanded. She wrote this, and I quote, "Going against the tide is intense, but going against the tide with like minds is soothing." This is not a comment in a WhatsApp group. It is a philosophy, and it belongs to this community. For being the intellectual heartbeat of cohort 1, for showing up with depth every single week without exception. The Voice Award is awarded to Ruth I. Kinsey. Where are you?
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I feel so honored. I'm so sorry my camera is not on right now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the honor and the award of the voice. Thank you, ma'am. I even decided to go through the cohort once again. I've gone through it as from week after week, and then I had to start all over again. And I can say of a truth, this is really a finisher. God bless you so much for this honor. I appreciate you, the TT team, and Doctor. God bless you, ma'am, for recognizing what we do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, let me allow others. Thank you.
Congratulations. This is the
Thank
famous,
you.
is it Lively for a Purpose Legacy Builders? We always see her comments in the group. Congratulations, Ruth. We will not recognize you with that, but when you look at Legacy Builders, you will see her come up. So well done. Can we take one
Thank
or
you
two
so
more
much.
awards before we go to the next thing?
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished teachers, the Heart Award. This is for the most consistently encouraging and generous community presence. There are educators in every community who make the room feel safer just by being in it. This educator never posted to perform. She posted to think. And every time she thought out loud in this community, she brought other people into her thinking with a generosity that is very rare. She wrote about the children she carries into language environments where they do not yet speak the language of instruction. She made picture cards with words in English on one side and the local language on the other. She carried an elephant and a rat into the mathematics lesson about improper fractions. And then she came back and shared what happened with us. Every time, not once, she wrote this about Ubuntu. The question is not whether you know Ubuntu, but whether you design your classroom to actually live it. She did not hear this from the school. She arrived at it herself inside this school. That is the difference between a learner who receives and a learner who thinks. For being the warmth and the rigor of this community simultaneously, the Heart Award for Cohort 1 is awarded to Omolola Cole.
We have Omolola. I'm not sure.
Good evening.
Good evening, Omolola. Spotlight type, she's here. If you can.
Yeah, good
Congratulations.
evening. Thank you so much. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this. I'm kind of speechless because the heart. I think I was just enjoying myself, just writing, but the extract that was taken out from my postings, it kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of being emotional here.
So I just want to say thank you, Dr. Kachi. Thank you to your team. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've learned a lot and I'm still learning. And I believe I'll be a better person even by the time we're done with this. Thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to say a few things to you this evening before we go back to taking the remaining awards. As with every, please, this is not your graduation ceremony. This is getting you ready to get into the school proper. This is not your graduation ceremony. So I'm going to tell you a few things I've never said in any live session before. Never said. You may have seen them in some of our chats, but I've never said them publicly. Sometime last year, in fact, towards the end of 2024, when my program manager started saying, Ma, all this work we're doing with TTT, we need to start, we need more physical meetings. And I started thinking to myself, how am I going to combine all I have to do and start coming back? But somehow it happened. And so I came into Nigeria several times last year. No money came from anybody. I would fly in, come and train teachers, and I would go back home. There were times I landed Friday night and the training would be on Saturday morning. I would do the training on Saturday morning, see my parents that evening, and Monday I'm off. So, it was tough. But let me tell you something. One of my mentors has always said this. When you have a vision, you do not need permission to pursue it. When you have a vision, you do not need permission to pursue it. And so if you're a school owner, and this is not just for school owners, even teachers, you have a vision of what you want your classroom to become. Not with fight, not with arrogance. Start to envision that picture. The picture you have, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Some of the things that you're seeing now have taken years of building, and we're only just starting. What did I find in those trainings? I found teachers who were too, how do I put it? Who were in rooms that were too small. I found teachers who were in rooms that were too hot. And I would look at them and I wasn't sure I had a language for them at that time. In fact, when I started really interacting with African teachers was in 2021, 2022. And there was a lot of brilliant people. I mean, you people are brilliant. But you can be brilliant. Just think about gold or a diamond. If it is not refined, it will never come out as a diamond. And so people will never be able to give it its true weight. So I started asking myself, what do I do to help these people who have given everything to this profession and they have, gotten very little in return? So last year was a lot. In fact, there was a point last year that I was like, I'm not traveling again. Anything that wants to happen, let it happen. I'm not traveling again. I've had enough. I was so tired of getting on planes, leaving my children. There was one I came back with everybody because I was like, I'm not leaving people again. Let's come back. And we came back for 6 days. I finished training and then we ran back. So I want you to understand the weight of this school. You need to understand the weight of this school. Now, I started really looking at what will what will happen to teachers. What would happen to their knowledge? What will happen to their passion if they had a belief, but yet the authority that they're working under did not believe enough in them to invest in them? What will happen to them? Many of the teachers that I came across, many of the educators, even some school owners, just trained to deliver. They were never given permission to architect. What Beloved described, permission to architect, not just to teach, not just to transmit, permission to architect. What Omolola did, permission to architect. Permission to architect. And I started asking myself, what if teachers were given this permission? I didn't see anybody that had built anything like this. If I begin to bring out like notebooks over the years that I've had to compile, this school was not built overnight. It's taking years. So nobody really designed a system that could produce this caliber of educators. And this does not happen by accident. It's happened by design. Now, one of the things that I know is that Africa, quote me anywhere, Africa has produced educators who know everything about content and nothing about their own power. You can quote me anywhere. They've produced educators who know a lot about content, but nothing about their own power. You have power. You have power. You need to ask yourself, how do I wield it properly? So, one thing I know is that what was designed once can be redesigned. If a mistake has been made, think about a potter and clay pot. When he makes a mistake, he can redo it. And that's what we're doing in this school. Okay? And that's why this school exists. I think I told you this story on the group where I had gone out and I was in a meeting with a few people. They hadn't seen me, so one of them was like, Kachi, where have you been now? I said, gosh, I've been so busy. I've been busy. Someone just said, one of them said, go past this at teacher walk. And then he said something that I've not been able to forget. He said, tell me who that is sane will be traveling up and down to Nigeria just to train teachers that don't have money. Kachi, please now, we're queuing for you to sell to us that have money to give you. I didn't take it as an insult. I refuse to be offended. And I'm saying the same thing to you today. Oppose in your heart not to be offended. And, it sounded funny to some of them, but I was like, that's your people's business. When you have a vision, you don't need permission to pursue it. Because one thing I know is that if people truly understood what sits in the hands of an educator, they would never ever underestimate the work of a teacher. They will never ever underestimate it. Even if you're a mother or a parent, a father, if you understood your calling as your child's first teacher, you will never underestimate that role. And your work as teachers, your work as educators is nation work, is future work, it is civilization work. I'll say it again. Your work as teachers and educators in Africa is three things. 1, nation work. 2, future work. 3, civilization work. When you elevate a teacher, you do not just improve one classroom. You improve the quality of thought that will one day shape homes, that will one day shape industries, that would one day shape policies, and will one day shape nations. And that's why I kept coming back home. That's why I kept coming. That's why I kept having the live sessions. Because one day there will be proof, and you're proof of that work. So I know beneath all the exhaustion you feel, beneath all the underpayment, all the disrespect you get even from parents, your school owners, I know that there are some educators like you who had not seen themselves clearly. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to name some people in this room tonight. I may not call them by their full names, but I wrote them down here. I know there was an educator who sets an alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning because that's the only moment or time he gets good network in his area. And he will log in, in the dark, maybe with his phone. The whole house is asleep because he believed that what he will learn before morning will change what his students will experience after. And I can't remember who it was, but I want to applaud you. He said he was a new teacher. There was also another educator that said her school head called her that her class was too noisy. That when the substitute teacher came when she was unwell, she did a better job because the class was quiet. And even with what her school head said, what did she do? She went home again. She arrived the next day and planned her lesson the same way, the exact same way she planned to do it so that the room will come alive. I can't remember who wrote it, but I just put it down. And then there was another teacher who, not in a formal classroom, volunteering, unpaid, on Saturday morning, she goes to church to teach. She's applying what she's learning. She's becoming what we want from this school. And these are not exceptional people that the world would tag exceptional, but they're exceptional in the only sense that I think actually matters. Why? Because they decided against the weight of the system. They decided to stop performing. We've been performing and trying to perfect the act of making African education feel behind, and even making African educators feel that they are behind. But I want to ask you something. Behind what? Behind whom? This whole thing that we say people are behind, I want to remind you that you were never behind. You were deliberately placed outside. Some of the things that we see on our continent will not be happening if teachers really understood the power in their voices, or the power of their voices. Okay? Another thing I'm going to say to you is that some of you have really believed that you're behind. You've believed it because you apologize for even being in this profession. So you sit in your staff room, you're chatting up and down, and then you're like, this teaching self. The way people even talk, this work. And then somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, you carry that same attitude into your classrooms where you feel defeated. And somehow you stop believing that you're builders of civilization. And you start seeing yourself as survivors of the system. You are not. You are not survivors of the system. Some of you have learned and perfected the act of being excellent at functioning. And then you're grieving quietly and silently what you could have been. But I want you to listen to me very carefully tonight as I round up this. Am I speaking to you? No system, and please say this to yourself, no system is more dangerous than an educator who remembers who they are. No system, nothing in this life is more dangerous than an educator who remembers who they are. If you remember what happened in The Lion King, when Simba went to the pool, he had been behaving like he was a doswe. I don't know what other word to use, but he was just behaving off. And the moment he saw his reflection in the water, what happened? He remembered he was a lion. This is not a Christian meeting, but If there's anything you must take with you this night, remember who you are. Remember whose you are. Remember the work that we have done with you this past 4 weeks. Again, you have not graduated. So this celebration is temporary. Remember who you are. Remember whose you are. No system is more dangerous than an educator who remembers who they are. So what happened in this school in the last 4 weeks was not you catching up. Okay? It was something you're working, you've worked yourself or your way back in. It was something, or it is something that has always been yours. One day, people are going to ask you where this all began. People will ask you, and the answer is in this room. The answer is in this room, where you are awakened to your greatness, where you are awakened to your power, where you are awakened to your potential. Okay? So, before we go on, I want you to remember that you're not just an educator who is here or who goes back on Monday, because ceremonies can be, you're very happy doing ceremonies. And before you know it, you forget. You're not just the educator who will go back on Monday to teach. You are the educator who must build a mind. You're not just going to teach, you must build a mind. You're not just going to remember what you have learned. You must constantly apply what you now know. You can learn things, and that there's constipation, knowledge constipation. But application is more important. You can gather all the knowledge, and if you do nothing with it, nothing changes. You must become that educator who remembers what they've learned, but also remembers to apply them. You must remember to build a mind. You must remember to carry this school with you. When you want to approach any learner, carry this school, what you have learned, with you. Okay? You must become what this school has been building. You must become what this school has been building. And you must carry it like a foundation carries a building. If we have so many awakened teachers and educators, our educational system will be completely different. Now I'm going to hand over to IT again. Can we have some more awards very quickly? We're gradually wrapping things up. So IT, over to you. Over to you.
Here is presenting the Breakthrough Award. This is for the most unexpected or cross-disciplinary application of course concepts. The storytelling model was designed for classroom teachers. This particular educator teaches adult learners management studies in the university with 21 lecture slides. The kind of content that most people deliver by reading from a screen while their students check their phones. The day after she completed the storytelling module, she converted all 21 slides into comics. Wow! Her adult learners were glued to the screen. They told her they wanted that format going forward for their management studies. She wrote this, and I quote, "It's true that storytelling resonates with both young and old learners from nursery to the university." She did not wait to test that theory. She proved it that same week with content the model was never designed for. So, for demonstrating that what this school teaches has no ceiling and no age limit, the Breakthrough Award for Cohort 1 is awarded to Dr. Adenike Favor.
Do we have Dr. Adenike here?
Yes, Dr. Kachi, I'm here. Good evening.
We can't see. I don't know if you can see her. Can you spotlight her?
Yes, I'm here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kachi. Thank you, team. Thank you for the encouragement. Well, this is humbling. I came in out of curiosity and I got more than what I wanted. I just didn't know what was happening, but I just knew it was going to be an exciting thing. And it has blown my mind what I've been learning. I just did not apply it to my adult learners. I also applied what I've learned on this platform to my child. The day Dr. Kachi told us that the trains in our house turned to counting tools, I was surprised. So that night I was teaching my son, I said, go and bring all your toys. Let's turn them, because I have a toddler, is 4 years old, yes. And we started counting with the cars, doing numbers. It is just what I learned on this platform. It's humbling how this is impacting every area of my life, both in my home, in my church, and in my work. Thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations. Can we have the next award?
The second recipient for the Breakthrough Award is an educator that teaches age 5 and 6 children. After the Mbutu model, she went into her classroom and told them a story about a lion and a mouse. She wrote 3 words that say everything. You could even hear a pin drop. Then she gave them the floor. And she wrote, Omo, they said so many things. I doubt if they will ever forget today's lesson. 5 and 6-year-olds, urban Nigerian classroom. One story, one educator who decided to find something different. A pin drop of science. Then a flood of understanding. That is architecture in its purest form. For proving that the youngest learners respond most powerfully to the most human kind of teaching, the Breakthrough Award for Cohort 1 is also awarded to Martha Ifedife.
Do we have Martha here? Do we have Martha? I'm not sure Martha is here.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. The experience has been, I don't know which English word do I use, has been mind blowing. I don't know if you can see my face. And
We- Let
every
me see.
day, sorry, please.
Katie, can you spotlight her? Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, every day the children look forward to me here, telling them more stories about anything at all. And the amazing part of it was that the story about the lion and the mouse was something I just made up. I didn't read it from anywhere. I just used my intuition to make it up, and it was quite captivating. Thank you, Dr. Kachi. Thank you, TTT team. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity. I don't regret it one bit. Thank you very much.
Okay, congrats, Martha. Can we have the next one, please? We need to, someone needs to mute. I don't know. Can we have the next award?
Here is presenting the Pioneer Spirit Award. This goes for showing up against the greatest personal obstacles. This educator described his experience in 4 words that we will not be able to forget. He said he has been in an ocean of tears due to poor network, an area that does not give him reliable access. Lessons he needs to reach at 3 o'clock in the morning because that is the only hour the connection holds. He is newly employed. He is at the beginning of his teaching career. He registered for this school when most people would have said the timing was not right. But he wrote this, and I quote, "I believe that with these lessons, I can change my generation." Wow. He did not say, "I hope." He did not say, "I think." He said, "I believe." At 3 in the morning, with poor network, with everything against him, that is not ambition. That is conviction. And this school was built for people exactly like him. For refusing to let infrastructure decide his future. The Pioneer Spirit Award for Cohort 1 is awarded to Mr. Ebenyi Monday Honor.
Monday here. Monday here. I can't see him. In case he's left. Is Mr. Monday here? No. Okay. Can we have the next one before we're winding up shortly?
I have a second recipient for the Pioneer Spirit Award. This educator is printing out documents and waiting for electricity. She is a university lecturer teaching ethics of human life. And in the middle of Nigeria's power crisis, she's finding ways to access this school, complete her modules, and apply what she learns before the next lesson. She took her module on culturally responsive teaching and walked into her lecture hall and taught entirely in Igbo. Yes, she did. She said she has never seen such a noisy class. She means that as the highest possible compliment. She wrote, and I quote, "How I wish vernacular becomes the official language of teaching in all schools in Africa." That is not a wish. In her classroom that day, it already was. For refusing to let the absence of electricity become the absence of growth. The Pioneer Spirit Award for Cohort 1 is also awarded to Mary Rosanna.
I'm so grateful. Wow. I wasn't expecting this, so. Hello, I wasn't. Thank you, the TTT team. I wasn't expecting this, so. So I did a lot of things, so that I reported this one. And thank you very much. I don't know what to say, but I've learned a lot. Really learned a lot. I applied some of those things we were taught, and sure, they were very, very helpful. What I wrote last, I think yesterday when I was filling the form is this, that Dr. Kachi and the group, you are traveling the road less traveled by. Not everybody goes to this road, but you have the courage to do it. In short, I don't know what you're doing for, I don't know how to explain this, what you are doing for African teachers. Because some of the things you taught us are really very, very new to them. Even though I have PhDs, I have all those, how many masters, but what I learned these 4 weeks, can I say surpasses almost surpasses surpassed what I've learned all these years about teaching. Thank you very much and keep it up. Keep up the spirit. So if there are other things, I think you told us there are other things we need to learn. Please God, we are available. I'm available to learn more. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think we have a last one.
Introducing the Global Standard Award for the most intellectually sophisticated application of course concepts. When the Ubuntu model was released, most educators responded with enthusiasm. But this educator responded with precision. She wrote the most analytically rigorous piece of reflection submitted by any learner in this cohort. She identified the difference between grouping children and architecting genuine interdependence. She named the risk of running a single story classroom even when group work is happening. She gave herself a specific design challenge, which was every child's role must be something the group genuinely could not complete without. She wrote, and I quote, "I was accidentally doing the highest impact learning design in the world. This lesson told me I was accidentally doing it." That shift was the precision. That sentence is publishable. That sentence belongs in a research journal. And she wrote it as a reflection in a WhatsApp community after going through one model of FP 101. For thinking at the level that this school aspires to produce across every cohort, the Global Standard Award for Cohort 1 is awarded to Nwachi Ann Chinazaipere.
Yeah. Is she clear?
Oh Jesus, seriously, Dr. Kashi, I'm so honored,
Where is
honestly.
your face?
Amiema Eduna is the name.
I can't.
I'm
Can you
I'm
spotlight
so
her because
happy.
I can't see the person.
Dr. Kachi, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. I
Congratulations.
really,
I can't see who is speaking though. So I'd see if you can see. Can
I
you?
came in with the engaging us. I didn't come in with you.
I'm just trying to find where the person is speaking. You came in with what? Edunas?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
that's
okay,
me.
okay.
I'm so grateful. Seriously, I'm being emotional and I'm so surprised. With the fact that I'm not always constant with commenting in the group and all that because of my busy schedule. I'm really honored, man. Thank you so much, and thank you to all the TTC teams. God will keep strengthening you all. Thank you so much, ma.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Okay. So we're done with the awards for this night. But I'm just going to call 5 people, 5 to 6 people. Or no, let me not call people. Beloved and her beloved. Let's call I'm just going to leave the floor open. So when you just raise your hand, the team would unmute you. And I want you to say something. So complete one sentence. 4 weeks ago, I walked into this school as a teacher, and tonight I am this. Or, even if you don't follow that structure, but you get the drift. So if you want to speak, just raise your hand. Mr. Razak, I see you. Good evening. Sonia, good evening as well. If you want to speak, just use the hand. I don't know. There's a hand icon that you can use, and the team can spotlight you. Chloe, I'm not going to let you rest this evening, so you're going to be the one I'll call first. Can you spotlight Chloe? Can you spotlight Chloe? Let me know. Let's get some information from Chloe. I just saw Chloe. Chloe, don't go. Where are you? Can someone spotlight Chloe? Because I can see her and I need her to unmute her mic. Yes. Chloe, we see you. Yes. I want you to tell us a few things.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Kachi, an amazing team. I'm really so grateful to be part of this growth. As a teacher, I'm an early years facilitator. We guide. So I am, because of I have not been, one of the things I mentioned is that I have not been in classroom for some years because of health challenges. But when I got into this school, I've gathered, I've never heard of, unfortunately or fortunately, I've never heard of Imbutu. This was the first time. When I heard that, I was like, what kind of language is this? I had to Google it and find out. And when I read everything about the Imbutu, Mama, excuse me. So I was like, wow, I've carried a lot inside my heart that I'm going to dish out. So I decided that I'm going to volunteer as a teacher. There's a school that is close to me. I have decided I'm going to volunteer as a teacher. I've already made the arrangements. I will go to the school, to the early years community, and practice what I have taken from this school. And I also want to, we talk to my parents, my children's school, because I'm also a stakeholder in their school. I want to do training, as in open up to them and tell them about this school. I want to talk to the head of the school. She's in America. But I know once I mention this school to her, she will want everybody to be a part of it. So this is me saying that I've decided to volunteer. I'm not going to take any payment, but just let me be a teacher that these staffs have taught me. and let me bring on board every other teachers and let them see the light, because I have seen a great light, and this light cannot be hidden under a bushel. So thank you so much, Dr. Kachi. In fact, I love you so much. I'm so proud to be a part of this for the first time in history. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you, Chloe. Thank you so much. Mr. Monday Udo, I can see you. So I'm just going to call you because I'm asking people to volunteer and they are not volunteering. So Mr. Monday, over to you. Can someone spotlight Mr. Monday? And then next will be Hope Johanna. Lucy Adobe as well. Okay, Mr. Monday. You need to unmute. You need to unmute your mic. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Dr. Cash, I called you. Thank you so very much for this opportunity, and thank you for pouring out your experience, your exposure, your time. I've not seen this commitment for a long time, that you will show up every now and then as if you don't have other commitments. We sincerely appreciate this, and I appreciate this as a person. One thing that I walk in here with, irrespective of my years of experience, is that I've been busy marking script, so busy marking script. But today, I just know that the pen and paper is tampering with children's mind and students' minds and learners' mind. That stays with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. I will continue learning.
Thank you, Mr. Monday. Hope Johanna. I think I saw Hope a few minutes ago. Or did Hope run away?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay. So I walked into this school. Sorry, we don't have lights. You cannot see my face
That's
very
okay.
well.
We can see.
I walked into this school, I would say, as a village champion. Let me use that word. Because in my school, I teach both in private and government school. The government schools are not school, then private school must. So I've been to so many trainings that my school, my proprietor, my director, they see me as the best teacher. So I carry that. But when I came to this school, and I discovered that I don't know anything. So this school has transformed me. That's one word that I have for this school, transformation. And that's one thing I've been telling my teachers. I've even planned to reach my proprietor. So she has been on and off and off. Because for that to happen in my school, I have to make her join this training. If not, because I've started talking to our teacher, so there's not much that I can do alone. So I didn't want her to just train. So because I know the reason why, I know I'm from North, so there's a reason why I say that. That's why I really want her, not even the teacher. I really want her to join first before. And I promise you, I must convince her to join this program. Thank you, man. Thank you for my life.
Thank you. Thank you. Lucy, I see you next. I don't know if you raised your hand. Please just signify in the comment section so that I'll quickly call you. Just okay. I see Samsung. I see Rosemary. I see Ewo. Okay, how are we going to do it? Okay, let Lucy go first, and then I would now. Lucy, are you ready? Lucy Adobe. Lucy, are you ready? Can you unmute? Okay, Lucy is not ready. So Chinyere, I can see your hand up. Can you unmute?
Good evening. Sorry you can't see my face again.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's been amazing, and I actually started again this week with this break week. I started again so I can fill up the parts of my dossier that I have to do all that. So before TAF school, I worked into TAF school as a local educator. But after 5 weeks in TAF school, educator, right? And I'm saying that practically. I hope you heard me.
You were breaking.
Sorry, I walked into TAF school as a local educator, local champion. But leaving TAF school after 5 weeks, I'm a local educator. And then that's practically speaking, like, and number two, somebody was asking one time in the group that if what we are learning here can actually be applied in the home school. And yes, that's actually where I'm um, practicing my learnings and in children's church and so on and so forth. So thank you so much. It's value overload.
Thank you. Thank you, Chinyere. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I see Chika Nuka, Samsung SM. Yeah, Chika. Do you want to go next? Chika, do you want to unmute?
Okay, Dr. Kachi, good evening.
Good evening.
And the entire TTT team. I am not in the classroom, like I said, one of those days I am a school manager and I'm a school administrator. And to be very frank with you, we started this school before we resumed. And prior to resumption, the things I've learned from here, I just downloaded to my teachers during the staff training. And there's almost like everybody in my school is trying to adjust. And I'm very excited about it. The issue I'm a principal of a secondary school. Having been in the system for a very long time, as I have, there's something that you are working to me in this training. I was always saying that this is something that's always been inside of me, but I didn't have the right words to describe it. So I was struggling with communicating it. So right now I'm almost like liberated. My heart is my voice can be heard everywhere I go. I can talk about this education. I can talk about what I've learned here as part of what has been running in my head, how education should actually be. So I want to really appreciate you and your team for giving me a voice, for cracking my fears, destroying my fears, breaking the limitations that are holding me bound, because I don't care now whether the owners of the school I am working, whether they believe in it or they don't believe in it. I am ready to even go out and start my own school, even if it's inside a batter. I just want to be around children and be able to help them come up and become all that that I've learned in this school. So I am very excited. I want to really appreciate you. I want to really say thank you to the team. I want to really say that your passion is not going to be in vain. Your investment in this African school, African educators is a revolution. It is a movement. It is not just about you anymore. It is about us. And I'm already part of the movement because I'm going to preach it everywhere I go now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Rosemary, thank you. Over to you.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Kachi and everyone. I want to say a very big thank you to you and our fabulous team. Okay, prior to this time, I had been praying to God for, asking God what next, as in what course should I go for this year, aside other personal development. And somehow I stumbled, on Facebook. I had to I wasn't too sure if I should go ahead, but now I can tell you that I am very, very happy and delighted that I actually joined. Okay, for me, the knowledge I got is I can't explain. Before the resumption, school resumed, I actually changed the position of the classroom, the sitting and all. And then when my teachers came, they were like, that no, that how do I expect them to teach? They are not used to this, they are not that. I said, anyways, this is what I want, and this is what you have to follow through. That's the sage on the what's it called? The sage
You're
on
the
the
same.
page, and the guide by the side. So my male teacher, one of my male teachers said that he can't go through it. How will he go through it? He doesn't understand the system, and I just try it. And a week after, behold, he came with a big testimony that, in fact, that I actually changed the whole system, that he is in love with the system, and the children are more, open. They are more, how will I say, that the communication between them is a very huge one for him. So, Dr. Kachi, I want to say, I know I'm still putting them through. I'm still, having them to learn the knowledge I already got. I just want to say a very big thank you for this, um, how will I put it? This move. May the good Lord bless you. And I pray that as you, I know it's a big desire for you to see African teachers become that which you want them to become. You're trying to change the whole system, and I pray that God will strengthen you. And I promise that I'll also be part of it. In fact, I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much, Pastor Dr. Kachi. God bless you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have given me pastor this night. Dear Lord, is this a sign?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lukman, I can see your hand up. 1 minute. We don't have time. We have to run. 1 minute. Mr. Lukman, can you hear? His hand is raised, but his screen is frozen. So I'm confused. Okay. Ayoshola David. I hope I pronounced your name properly.
Yes, ma'am. I must say that I am one of the individuals that are most blessed in this place. I must say that. Before now, I usually will categorize Singapore and Finland as the best. Everything I do, Finland, Singapore, Finland, Singapore. But now I don't say that anymore. That's their system. Is it culturally relevant to ours? Now I stop that. So I have to now face that. That's one. Another is vernacular. You must not speak in vernacular. You must, when I got there, oh my, I almost put my hands on my face and said, this is shame. So I stopped that too, that look, this is our language. We should not be afraid of that and all that. And what I think I did, and every time I go through the lessons, I have dedicated my time now to do a video on my WhatsApp status on every of the lessons. The why before the what, almost all that people had been calling and saying, can I put this on YouTube, this and that and that, and a lot of people have been blessed, as in tremendously their lives have been transformed. And I do it regularly. So I listen. If you have even some that are not in lesson that you speak, I'll quickly pick that up, just put an image, then put a video, a voiceover kind of thing and all that. I have been consistent with that because we must bring this, we must like an ambassador of this school. We must allow people to hear about it, to know about it, and those who have the wherewithal to really enter into the school themselves be admitted. And it will we just want that what your idea, it's divine. I must say that, please, without any apology. It's divine and it has to go. And we are your disciples. We have to carry it on and on. Thank you so much for this, I must say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, can we spare? I know our time is fast spent. I can only give 30 seconds to Teacher Confidence. Don Joshua, your hand was up first. So can you quickly, just 30 seconds, can you go? Is Don Joshua here? If he's not, Miss Chichi, quickly, 30 seconds. If she's not there, okay, Miss Chichi. And after that, we're done with this for the night. We have a few things, just two more very important things to do. We can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
Oh my God. Good evening, Dr. Kachi. Thank you so much for this honor. I feel so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. So very quickly I want to say that this has really helped me build structure, because for me teaching is not just a profession, teaching is my life. So you've not just helped me with my profession, you've literally helped me with my life, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much for the honor. And so today I attended I had my TRCN today, and in fact I was preaching TAFs to every teacher I met. In fact, I was collating their numbers, and very soon we'll get them onboarded. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much, Miss Chichi. And Teacher Confidence, the last for the night. Teacher
Okay, good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, I'm here. I know you can hear me.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, I'm sorry. I do not have a NEPA light, so you might not see me even if I put my video on.
That's okay.
I just want to say that this is a transformation for me. I have been teaching for several years now, but I have not got this kind of knowledge anyways. I am not exaggerating. I have a lot I have learned. Like I said in my observation, while I was feeling for this, I gave a brief description of what I experienced in the class. I was underestimating my children or the students I was teaching. But when I applied Ubuntu pedagogy in my topic, in fact, I found out what I never thought I could find out. So I was so happy when I left the class, the way the class was, how lively, how everybody was participating and saying what I never thought they could say. I was so happy. So I am so grateful that this was put up. And I am also so grateful that I'm part of the first to experience this. I've also been preaching about it. I've been telling people, I'm telling somebody that I know who is a school owner to not miss this second cohort. And I know she would come up. Thank you so much, Doc. I am so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, can we quickly go into this? So now we're going to go through a declaration. When you go into a matriculation ceremony, there's always a declaration. When you're convocating, there's always a declaration. Remember that we are not at the, we haven't finished. We only did one model. Only one model. Okay? Can we have very light music just playing very, quietly in the background? And this time I need you to sit up. I need you to sit up, no lying down. You see me, I'm still sat at my desk. What's the time? It's almost 10 o'clock. You can't be more tired than I am. If I tell you what I have had to go through today, I need you to sit up. Are you ready? Because this is serious. IT team, can we have quiet music? Maybe one of our TTT anthems. Because we must close this ceremony in the way some of the greatest ceremonies are closed. And they don't usually close with applause. They close with a declaration. There's always a declaration. IT team, I'm waiting for you. Just soft music. And if they're not ready, we'll leave them. So I want us to read this one at a time. I have it. No, not this one. This one is we need something softer. No, we need something softer. We need something much softer. Even this one is not working. No, this one is not working too. Okay, let's leave the music and let's go straight into this. I want you to say it after me, word for word, line by line. If anything really jumps at you, you can type in the chat. Okay? I don't know if IT is coming, but yeah. So you don't have to unmute your mic because it's going to be rowdy, but I want you to move your lips. And if your video is turned off, just still say what say what it is on even if we cannot see you. But this is important. Okay? So I say after me. I came into this school as a teacher. I came into this school as a teacher. And I leave the architect core pathway as something the system never built me to be. Can we have it lower? Very low, very low. Or just turn it off completely. Turn it off completely. IT, turn it off completely. Sorry. I came into this school as a teacher. We'll start again. I came into this school as a teacher, and I leave the architect core pathway as something the system never built me to be. I know that my context is not my constraint. I know that my context is not my constraint. It is my curriculum to use. I know that the gap in my training was not my fault, but closing it is entirely my responsibility. I commit to teaching differently. I commit to teaching differently. Not one day, but every day. Because transformation is easy in ceremonies. The real test is Monday morning. The real test is in my classrooms. The real test is when things are not going the way I plan. When the children are noisy, I commit to teaching differently. When the internet is unstable, I commit to showing up differently. When the school owner does not understand, I commit to my work differently. When the system pushes back, I commit to this work differently. When exhaustion returns, I commit to this work differently. This architecture must survive. Not just on one day, it will survive on Monday, it will survive on Tuesday, it will survive on Wednesday, it will survive on Thursday, it will survive on Friday. Posterity will be kind to me because of my commitment. Posterity will be kind to my generations and the ones unborn because of my commitment. I commit to being a finishing school for every student the system tries to leave behind. I commit to being a finishing school for every student the system tries to label. I'm entering my pathway. I'm beginning my architecture. I am a teacher architect in the making, and I have not seen anything yet. The world will hear about me. They will see my work. they would announce my work. My students will remember me for good. That declaration you've made is permanent. It belongs to you. It belongs in this room. It belongs to this night. It belongs to everything that you're building. Take it seriously. If you don't even want to take it seriously, when you remember how much work that has gone into this, many of you have come in and you said, Dr. Kachi, thank you for your commitment. When you remember that commitment, take it seriously. Okay? So, like I've said repeatedly this night, we've only just finished FP 101. FP 102 starts when? On Monday. FP 102 starts on Monday. Learning continues. Okay, you still have, we have our community, and the reason we asked for your pictures, you would understand it in the days coming. Okay, and you see, we formally asked for it. I hope there are a few things you're learning, that you don't just get up and say, my learner did this. Consent is an important thing. Okay, so I'm very proud of this moment, and by the authority vested in me as the founder, the lead academic of the Teacher Architect Finishing School, a globally recognized institution operating under the mandate of finishing what African education systems have deliberately and systematically left incomplete. I formally recognize each person present in this room as a completing scholar of FP 101, which is the foundation of teaching and learning. You're now formally entered into the Teacher Architects Pathway Program as members of Cohort 1. This is our first class. This means a lot to me. In the history of this institution, this would always be the first. Anytime you go to my university, they would always tell you the first student, my matric number 2005-001. I was the first student of Bells University. So, there's a lot that comes with being the first. Your completion pathway for the architect core will be made available to you. So you're going to get badges that you can now upload on LinkedIn as proof that you have gone through FP 101. Is a big deal. It's actually a big deal. The rigor that has gone through this, we have some exciting news coming up. So you will get those badges. We're still going to look at your LinkedIn. It's something that we're going to go through. Okay? And that's under your positioning, the global educator. Your positioning is important to me. Now, you have the door open. I want you to walk through it. And I want to thank you again for trusting a school that did not have a single graduate. I want to thank you for trusting a school that did not have a single student. You are our first proof that this exists. And one thing I know is this, that institutions are usually built by people, not just by the founders. Institutions are built by the people who come into them. And there are people who are willing to go first. I remember when I was the first student in Bells, unless a first student shows up, you can't really say that there's an institution in place or there's a viable program. Years from now, people are going to ask you where this all began, and you're going to say it started here. They will see the change in your lives. They will see the change in their children. They will see the change in their schools. And you'll be able to say that it started from here, started from Cohort 1. May posterity judge all of us kindly. I want you to go and build something worthy of that prayer. I always say to you, may posterity be kind to you. Go and build something worthy of that prayer. Have a very lovely evening, and I will see you on the group. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. May God continue to bless you and your team. Thank you so much. We have enjoyed these 4 weeks. To enjoy the next one that is coming. Thank you very much. So much. Thank you. Greetings to all your team, members of your team.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
I'm grateful.
Night.
Good night, Dr. Kachi.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Dr. Kachi.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, my colleagues.
Good night to other Wadi.
Good night, everyone.
After midnight, still grading. We see you. Your own money for supplies. We see you. Fighting for that quiet child. We see you. Teacher, teacher, don't give up. Teacher, teacher, you're enough. Every life you touch today makes tomorrow find a way. When nobody says thank you, we see you. When parents blame you for everything, we see you. When the system fails you, we see you. But you show up anyway, we see you. We see you. Who changes lives? Teachers do. Who builds nations? Teachers do. Who deserves respect? Teachers do. Who are we fighting for? Teachers, teachers, teachers. To the teacher crying in the bathroom, we see you. To the teacher using your own money, we see you. To the teacher who stayed after class,